صلى الله على سيدنا وحبيبنا وشفيعنا رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه. اللهم بارك لنا في رجب وفي شعبان وبلغنا Ramadan. We ask Allah Azza wa Jal to bless us in this month that is blessed, and to bless us in the month of Sha'ban, which is blessed, and the Prophet ﷺ would fast in it. And we ask Allah to allow us to reach Ramadan. As I mentioned, they just had a janazah. In this community, subhanAllah, because we have such a large community, these are reminders to us. We are traveling, and the train is moving. And eventually we'll be asked to get off of the train. I have a challenge for all of you, all of us, me included. And this is not an easy challenge. This is a very difficult challenge. And it's not for the weak-hearted, and it's not for the sensitive. If any of us truly want to improve, because some of us, we think we know what we need to work on. And we're right in some cases, but sometimes there are things that we should be working on that we are ignoring, or that we don't realize, or we keep making excuses to ourselves. If any of us here want to truly improve, I have a challenge, and that is the following. Go to someone you love. Habibun Labib, someone beloved, someone intelligent, someone trustworthy, someone who knows you very well. Go to your spouse. Go to your parent. Go to your sibling, to a close friend, and tell them, I want to sit with you, and I want you to tell me, what do you feel I can work on that will improve me and that will make me more beloved to Allah Azza wa Jal? And tell them, I won't get angry, I'll be silent, and I'll hear you out. Again, this is not for the sensitive, because most of us, when we begin to hear, you do this, you do that, you should change this, we want to ignore it, and we want to make excuses for ourselves. There is a beautiful quality. If we can take just this from this khutbah, it's called al-insaf, to be munsif. Munsif means to be just with yourself, to be able to accept criticism when you know that there may be some truth there. And the Prophet ﷺ told us, many people, by the way, when they come to me and they have problems and they're complaining about issues in relationships, I tell them what the Prophet ﷺ told us. Ibda' bi nafsik. Start with yourself. And wallahi, if you start working on yourself, if we start working on ourselves, Allah Azza wa Jal will take care of other things. So this is a challenge to all of you to see who's up for it. Because we don't want Jumu'ah to just be, oh, I attended. The goal isn't attending Jumu'ah, by the way. The goal isn't just attending and doing the routines. The goal is transformation. And if shaitan and the nafs are preventing us from transformation, what are we doing? We're just going through the routines. No, our families, our communities should see an effect. So after Jumu'ah, think about this. What do I need to work on? Find someone who you trust and you love, and you know they want the best for you, and ask them to highlight that thing. And it would be the greatest gift you would have ever received. These are the greatest gifts, to know what truly we need to work on. And to conclude, every single person here and outside of here wants to be happy. Am I right? Everyone wants happiness in the dunya. Every single person. But people make happiness the goal. And if you make happiness the ultimate goal, you will never, ever be happy. But if we make the goal pleasing Allah Azza wa Jal, if we make the goal working on ourselves to transform and to improve and to gain nearness to Allah Azza wa Jal, sometimes people think the journey to Allah is far. But our ulama, they say the journey to Allah is very short. It's very close. It's just removing the veils that are between us and Him. The veils of ghafla, heedlessness. The veils of sins and bad habits that we aren't overcoming. Once we remove those, you see Allah Azza wa Jal. And you're always aware of Allah Azza wa Jal's presence. So I'll leave you with one statement. You cannot cheat the requirements for true happiness and true content. You hear that? You cannot cheat the requirements for true happiness. Because if we're lazy, if we procrastinate, if we just make excuses for ourselves, and we hope, Ya Allah, make me happy, give me happiness and contentment and peace, we have to put in the work. And if you make pleasing Allah Azza wa Jal the goal, wallahi, He'll bring happiness into our lives. He'll bring peace into our lives and contentment. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما صليت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد اللهم بارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما باركت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب رب اغفر لي ولوالدي رب ارحمهما كما ربياني صغيرا اللهم انصر إخواننا في فلسطين وفي كل مكان يا أرحم الراحمين وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين